Okay, okay. Okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. Oh, yeah. I got slightly disconnected by the fucking phone. It said it reconnected. I think the audio was still going through, but the video ceased. But let me know which ones you want to see open next. You got any preferences as to which packs we open next? We'll all open all of that type of pack. But, there we go. I'm just gonna burn this skunky tree until you guys say something about which pack we should open. If I finish this bowl and a cigarette, I'll pick for myself. But I already know where I'm gonna start. Yo, welcome back, buddy. Fucking champion, that's what you are. Damn straight. My phone disconnected there for a minute, so when it does that, it just kills the video. Like apparently I still get audio and I can see like chat, but you guys can't see the video feed. So I don't know what the fucking deal is with that. I don't think my phone is an advanced enough device to be able to like troubleshoot that. I don't think there's probably not settings for that, you know what I mean? Like but buddy, which one do you want to see open next? You let me know which packs you want to see open next. I got the Ikoria, the Dragon's Maze, Zendikar, and the Brothers War. The red pack? Okay. All right. We're going to do some Ikoria packs for Buddy here. Hey, look, it's a cat. Just for you, buddy. Does that look like your cat? Fuck yeah, right? Gust of wind. Creature with flying. Non-land permanent. You don't control. 2 hand. That's and draw a card. That's kind of expensive though for 4. The prickly marmoset. What a dick. The Whisper Squad. Human soldiers. Search your library for a card named Whisper Squad. Okay, that's not gonna do anything. Okay, fully grown. +3/+3. And a trample counter. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's not great, but it's kind of cool. Maybe there's something wild you can do that. Okay, memory leak. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from that player's graveyard or hand and exile it. Okay. Okay. Essence counter target creature. Greater Sandworm. 7/7 for 7. And then it can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. That would have been fun to draft. It's got full cycling on it. Okay. Enchant creature can't attack or block. Okay, yeah, pacifism. We know what that is. Swallow whole. 1 life as an additional cost. Let's try to get this in focus here. As an additional cost to cast this spell, tap an untapped creature you control. Okay. Exile target tapped creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on the creature tapped to pay this spell's additional cost. Okay. Okay. Use your creature to exile somebody else's tapped creature, and your creature gets bigger. Got it. Easy prey. Destroy target creature. Converted mana 2 or less. There's better versions of this. Zagoth Mamba. Whenever a creature mutates, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn. This is cool. But it doesn't have mutate on it, so that's not as good. Okay, here's the rare. Song of Creation. Teamer colors. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. What? Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards. That's fucking wild. At the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. Holy shit. What? Okay, so you're gonna have to be able to draw a card for playing a land. Because if you discard your hand, at the start of your turn, you're gonna draw 1 card. And if you cast it, cool, you can draw 2 cards and keep drawing some cards, right? But if you draw a land, you're totally fucked. Unless you can draw a card for playing a land. Then this card becomes actually really good. And a forest. And a human soldier token. Okay. And the other Ikoria pack. It requires a bit of setup, and that's what not that great. But, like, you could lean into it, you know, and set it up, and it would be good, right? If you control a creature with an S. Okay. It's a 1-turn theft. Okay, Dark Bargain. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 2 of them in your hand and the other in your graveyard. Oh, that's fucking pretty good. Oh, it's 4. Okay. If it was 3, it would be pretty good. Ran through. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. If the creature you control has trample, excess damage is dealt to that creature's controller instead. Dude, okay, so there's a whole bunch of fucking cards in green that do a target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. This is a very common mechanic. There's a whole bunch of fucking cards that do this. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to build a Donatello and Leonardo deck. So that would be blue and green. And play like almost just nothing but fucking fight cards. Because Donatello, like, and Leonardo, they do these things where, like, when you play when you play a creature, create a mutagen token, and when you fucking, like, sacrifice a token and put a +1/+1 counter on something, or like when you put, like they combo together and they all cycle together. So like you really don't have to do anything but just play a couple creatures and then a bunch of these fucking fight shit cards. And every time you fight stuff, you're just gonna get bigger and bigger. And it's gonna make you more mutagen tokens, which is gonna make you bigger and bigger. And like this, it spirals and chains out. It's pretty. I think it's gonna be pretty neat. Yeah, it's a deck I want to try to see if I got even close to some of the cards I need on Arena. I want to try it out first before I like spend the time putting it together in paper and enters the battlefield with your choice of vigilance or reach. Okay, a 5/5 for 5, 3/5 for 5. Light of Hope, modal. It's okay. It's actually okay. Rumbling Rock deals damage to target creature you equal to the number of lands you control. Okay, that's a good one. Potentially. Aegis Turtle, people play this. I don't know why. Mysterious Egg. Whenever this creature mutates. See, this is a creature that mutates. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. So mutate is a mechanic where, like, you play this creature, the Mysterious Egg, okay? And then you cast another creature that has mutate on it, and they become the same creature. And you add all the text from the new creature onto this creature, and you make the power and toughness equal to I believe, the new creature. But it, like, they combine, and you could like mutate one creature like 10 fucking times, and it becomes this crazy ass fucking monster that does a little bit of everything, right? Yo, Trist, I have so far opened a Foundations Jumpstart, and this is the second Ikoria pack. I got a number of other packs here we're gonna open. Some Zendikar, some Brothers War, some Dragon's Maze, and 3 more Ninja Turtle collector packs. And as far as how many I've opened, this is into the middle of my 3rd box. Let's see. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you turn a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Wait. The top 3 cards from your library into your graveyard. Then return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. For 2? You don't have to sack nothing? You do it at instant speed? This is actually pretty decent, to be honest. Sprite Dragon. This is a decent uncommon. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Polywog Symbiote. Oh, this is nice art. I like this one. This is well done. Each creature spell you cast costs 1 less to cast if it has mutate. Okay. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if it has mutate, draw a card, then discard a card. Nah, I don't like draw and discard. Oh wow, look at that. That's cool. That's an alright rock. Destroy target non-land permanent if it's a creature, or if it was green-white, or if green-white was spent to cast the spell. What? What? I don't understand this. This doesn't make sense to me. Does this do nothing if you don't spend this? Or you can only destroy a creature if this was spent to cast this? Like, what? Where's the rest of this fucking card?
I would guess you're struggling with agents and AI security.
Yeah, well, I don't expect you to know, buddy. Like, you don't play Magic, but dude, like, I understand Magic pretty fucking well. I've been doing it a long goddamn time. This doesn't really make sense to me. Okay, destroy target non-land permanent. Got it. If it's a creature. Okay. Or if this was spent to cast it, then do another thing, is usually what it says. If it's a creature or this was spent to cast it, then do this other thing. It doesn't say any other thing. And you could read it like destroy target non-land permanent if it's a creature. Or, right? Like, this card's fucked up, man. I don't know what to fucking think about that shit. I'm gonna have to look it up and see if there's like an errata on it or something. I might have to craft one and another soldier token and play it on Arena and see how it actually fucking works. Okay. We got Dragon Maze. Tris, you still there? Do you want to pick this time what we open next? We got the Zendikar and the Brothers' War. Yeah, Tris, you still there? You can pick what we open next if you want. Okay, so what cards are allowed on the field? All right, that's a good question, man. It depends on the format that you want to play. Okay, so standard is like what's come out over the most recent period of time, right? It goes back, I want to say like 3 years, and then things fall off, right? As a new set comes on, okay? So this one is constantly, standard format is always the newest, or the last 3 years of cards, okay? And then commander is, you choose one legendary creature as your commander, okay? And he sits in a part of the board called the command zone. And then you have your deck, which is 99 other cards, okay? Or 100 cards. You know, technically your commander counts as the one card, but like everybody I know actually plays 100 and not 99, right? So, strangely enough. But on Arena, your commander does count towards your 100 cards. And it's very specifically 100 cards. In Standard, you can have a minimum of 60, but you can have as many as you want. Now, there's older formats, but they basically follow the same rules as Standard, these older formats, okay? And they're called Legacy and Modern. And they're for older cards that are not in Standard anymore, right? So, obviously, like, you can play as many cards as you have in your deck, right? How fast you can play them is another story. How fast you can draw them is another story, right? Like, it starts out as a base, a general rule. It's you draw one card per turn. You can play one land per turn. Okay, now there's all kinds of cards that help you draw cards and allow you to play more lands per turn, right? But you have to play those cards. So, you can build a deck so that it gains momentum, and you could potentially play your, as many cards out of your deck as your deck has cards in it in a turn, depending on your deck, right? I mean, pretty much only blue can do that, but black can get pretty close. And that's because black will just make you discard your entire deck down to 6 cards. So what do you think, buddy? I guess that guy Tris took off and isn't hanging out and watching anymore. So you want to pick the next pack, buddy? What do you want to see open next? This one? Okay. Yeah, right. So what's nice is like, see these packs? They have this like little pre-tear here. These fucking Ninja Turtle packs, they don't have that. It kind of sucks. They're pretty difficult to open. They got a lot of glue on them. On like, how it's sealed. Okay. Oh, that's a nice looking land. Look at that. That's dope. Oh, there's the rare. Okay, that's kind of rude. Alright. Trample a landfall on a red creature. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under control, it gets +2/+2 until end turn. Wow! 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 Trample and landfall on a red creature. That's actually, like, decent. That's fucking cool. With a form blight. Chant land. Draw a card. I like it. Enchanted land loses all land types and abilities and has tap to add colorless and pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. Oh, okay, okay, this is cool. This is fucking cool. That's going in a deck. That's for fucking sure. There's some crazy powerful fucking lands in Commander, and being able to fucking turn them off and draw a fucking new replacement card for this one that you just played for only 2 mana is fucking amazing, bro. There's this battlefield. Target opponent mills 2 cards for 3. A snake. Okay, enters with 2 counters on it. Each creature you control with a counter on it has menace. That could be funny in ninjas. We could do something with that, maybe. Okay. Yeah. There's a counter on up to 1 target creature. You gain 2 life. You may play an additional land this turn, and you draw a card. Okay. That's if you already have an additional land to play on turn 3. This becomes good. I guess you'd be more likely to play this on turn 2 after you had played like a Landlord Elf or some kind of mana dork. to help you cast it on turn 2. Then it'd be a lot better. But like you just have your mana dork to put the +1/+1 counter on. Like this isn't great, but the art's cool. Fucking check that out. For greater, there's way better cards. Straight artifact, enchantment, or creature. Yeah, but there's a better version of it now in Ninja Turtles that gives you a mutagen token when you do that. Chilling Trap gets -4 until the end of turn. If you control a wizard, draw a card. Okay, that's good in a wizard deck. It's really good in a wizard deck. Okay, whenever a land enters, +2/+2 end of turn. Okay. Landfall until end of turn. 0/1 for 1. Okay, scry 2, then draw a card. Okay. You're replacing this card in your hand with the card you're gonna draw, but you'll get to pick it from the top 2 cards of your deck. That's not that great, to be honest. If you got prowess, if you're like doing a thing with like however many enchantments you can, or like instants and sorceries you can cast per turn, or however many of them are in your graveyard or something like that, then it becomes good. But aside from like counting it for some other mechanic that you're doing, it's not that good. Okay. Now, last time we saw the rare first, so we'll do this correctly. That's nice art. Flying when it enters, gain 2 life for each creature in your party. Oh, okay. Cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. Yeah. The art was cool. Fucking angel. Cascade Seer enters the battlefield. Scry X, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Oh, okay. Yeah. Crotag Bug Catcher. Travel. 1/2 of travel. +1 to for number of creatures in your party. Okay. What do you got here? Territorial Scythe Cat. Landfall enters. +1/+1 counter on it. And it's got trample. Oh, this is a good card. I think there's a slightly better version of this. It's a little bit cheaper and it's a 1/1, but this is a good card. And it's in a cool, like, alternate art, like, not normal, like, magic card. See, it's like borderless. I mean, it's just a common. But there are commons that cost up to $10, right? It's not very many of them. It's a pretty short list, but... Okay, that's too expensive for that ability. Even as a 1/4. Scavenged Blade. Attach it for free. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, we've seen this card. We talked about that card. Oblivion's Hunger. Target creature you control gains indestructible. Draw a card if that creature has a +1/+1 on it. Okay, so if you're playing a black deck that gives +1/+1 counters to things. Yeah, indestructible. There's better cards than this. you know, power creep. They got to power creep it because you wouldn't buy the new cards if they weren't better than the old cards that you already have. 4 damage to target creature and X to that creature's controller. Oh, creatures in party land. And it costs 5. Fuck, dude. The fuck is that trash? Okay, Malakir Blood Priest. Opponent loses X and you gain X for X creatures in your party. It's a terrible mechanic. Okay. Moss Pit Skeleton. Kicker 3 colorless. It enters kickers +3/+3. Or put onto a creature you control. Skeletons in graveyard. You may put it on top of your library. Okay. Okay. You could do something with that for sure. This is in these colors. This is a playable card. This is a very playable card. Plant Skeleton. A 2/2 for 2. Yeah, this is very playable in like basically any kind of Golgari deck. Because Golgari is a lot of like +1 counters because it's green, and then so it's gonna help with this other ability, and you're gonna be able to put them back on top of your library, and Golgari, which is black green, you know that it cares about like removing things from your graveyard. When things leave your graveyard, other things on your other cards on your table do stuff like make counters and tokens and it does shit when things leave your graveyard, right? So this guy will be leaving your graveyard. You put him back out again. You block. He dies. He triggers stuff for going to the graveyard. Then you put him back on top, and that triggers stuff for him leaving the graveyard. Like, it's a pretty solid card. For an uncommon, that one's good. Okay, we saw this one, but I got another one. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Well, we got a 2-sided card. You could play it as this or a land. A lot of these are pretty good cards. Because you can put this in your deck counting as one of your lands. But if you draw it and you don't need to play a land because you have plenty, you can play it as this instead, right? You don't put this in your deck as removal. You put this in your deck as land, right? This is the alternate, not this one. When you're counting like how many lands you have in your deck, that's how these cards, how you want to think about these kinds of cards, right? There's a whole series of them, and I have like almost all of them, but I didn't know that these Zendikar ones had fucking these land alternates in them. So I might have to do some research on the Zendikar like land creatures or land spells, because not all of them are creatures. Okay, the rare coveted prize. All right. Costs 1 less for each creature in your party. Okay. Search your library for a card, put that card in your hand, then shuffle your library. Awesome. If you have a full party, you may cast a spell with converted mana cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Okay, lame. And it costs 5. Okay, so like there's an $80 card called Demonic Tutor. You might be able to find a copy of it for 60, right? It's 1 black and 1. This is 1 black and 4. This is really expensive. And a cool ass swamp. That's pretty dope. And we got a Drake token. 2/2 Drake. Okay. We're going to do the Dragon Maze next. Because I got 2 of those. And then I got 4 of the Brothers War. Let me take a couple more puffs of this. Okay. Yeah. Like, typically the spell side isn't all that, like, wow, amazing, great of a card, okay? But it is something that's, like, you know, it playable, right? Like, you can play it, it could do its thing, you know. Like this one, it like deals damage to a target creature equal to the number of creatures you have on the board. So, you know, there's a lot of removal that it doesn't have a requirement like you have to have a bunch of fucking creatures on the board. Right? But we're talking about a card that's designed for late game, okay? Because if it's late game and you have a bunch of creatures on the board and you don't need a fucking land, you can target a creature and do a bunch of damage because you have a bunch of creatures, right? Whereas if it starts off in your opening hand, you know, you could play it turn 1 because it comes into play tapped. Or you could maybe, if you have like 3 lands and that's one of them, you know, depending on what the other cards are in your hand, maybe you play a normal land turn 1 and you play this 1 cast thing, and then since you don't have anything to cast on turn 2, everything else in your hand is 3 or bigger, you play that tapped land on turn 2, right? Maybe you play another, you got 1 mana available, you can play another 1 drop from your hand, and then turn 3 you play your third untapped land, and you got 3 mana on turn 3 again, right? Like there's ways to like play around that enters battlefield tap kind of thing. And it depends on your hand, but you know, that'll keep your game going. You know, it won't fuck you with this card that you can't fucking play because it requires you to have a bunch of creatures on the board and it's in your opening hand, right? So they're kind of cool, you know, but yeah, like the creature ones, they're like some of them are all right. I played one tonight actually. I have one in my Eldrazi deck where it's a forest on one side and on the other side it's an elven druid. It's a 3/3 creature. It costs 6 fucking mana, but it like gains you a bunch of life and draws you a bunch of fucking cards. So it totally worked, right? Okay, we got a Golgari fucking mana rock. We got a Breathform Mage. Human Insect Wizard. +2/+2 and flying. Activate only once, though. Okay. We got Bane Alley Blackguard, a rogue. Sucks. We got another Mana Rock. Alright, that's alright. In the right kind of deck, those can be decent. Okay, Lifelink and Extort. Okay. Thrashing Moss Dog. Plant Hound. Reach and Scavenge. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to this card's power. Okay, so 3. For fucking 6? Holy fuck. Fuck that, dude. Trash. Okay. Weapon Surge. Target creature you control gets +1/+0, and target creature gains first strike until end of turn. Overload. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. So for 3 mana, you can give all your creatures first strike and +1/+0 until end of turn. All right. Oh, all right. Hey, man. Great, great. I was trying to get your input on what pack to open next, but we had to keep the show rolling. Right? Human druid. What do you think? Is that a tittle? Is that a tittle right there? That might be a tittle. Kind of looks like it's got nipples. Might be a tittle. Oh, that's kind of cool. Fucking pings everybody every time you tap the mana dork. All right. Detain up to 2 target creatures your opponent controls. Okay, that's just until your next turn. Okay. That's alright. It's not unplayable. Like this. Multi-color creatures you control at depth. Yeah, this is fucking hot trash. I mean, maybe if you're playing it as some kind of fucking Wooburg elemental deck, like, this becomes cool. Trasani Summer enters the battlefield. Put a 2/2 White Knight token creature with a Vigilance and a 3/3 Centaur token and a 4/4 Rhino token with Trample. 7? Meh. For 3? Oh my fuck, dude. No way. Blaze Commando. Sorcery you control deals damage. Put 2 tokens onto the battlefield with haste. Oh fuck. Okay. That's a Minotaur for sure. Right? Blaze Commando. Okay, destroy each non-land permanent with converted mana cost X or less. A board wipe. For... Okay. Okay, so this is a more expensive Day of the Black Sun by a green, right? Yeah, that's not a very common thing. Landfall on a red. Okay, it's a gate, and then that was it. Okay, gaze. So it's a more Day of Black Sun is 2 black, and X does the same thing, except for it's slightly better because it says none of those cards can use their abilities. So if any of them have things that, like, say they tap, or when they get to the graveyard, or when this creature dies, do a thing like draw a card or something, Day of Black Sun like says, no, you're not going to do that. You're just going to die. And this one costs 2 black and a green. So this is a slightly more expensive version. I guess if you really want to play Commander and you want to Day of the Black Sun, kind of, you really love that card, and you want to do it more than once, you put in a card that does almost the same exact thing, right? I guess, since it's a singleton format. Okay. Top 4 cards of your library reveal up to 2 instant or sorceries. Put the rest on the bottom. I don't like that one. It's cool art though. That's well done. Okay. Rumble Belt Maka. Blood Rush. Discard it. Target attacking creature gets +3/+3 till end of turn. Oh, okay. Okay. I suppose. This would have been fun to draft. Okay, a Lizard Man with haste. When it enters, it's +2/+2 till the end of turn. Okay. You'd have to find a way. You'd have to airbend this shit. Trample. Multicolored creatures you control have trample. Okay. Okay, oh, it's an elemental. Okay, so in an elemental deck, so this is Dragon's Maze. This is gonna have a bunch of fucking element. It wants you to play Wooburg Elementals. Okay. What the fuck, bro? This is a common? Wow. Okay, so you get to tap like an enemy's creature or untap one of your creatures, and then you can do it again, okay? And then it says you attach this fucking card to a creature you control. And whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, you get to copy this fucking spell and play it for free. Broken? No. This is a blue combat trick, in my opinion, and it's really, really good. For a blue combat trick, this is fucking awesome, dude. You can only play it on your turn because it's a sorcery. So, like, the way I'm thinking of it is you're going to tap 2 of your opponent's creatures for just 2 mana. That's bargain prices right there, okay? And then you're going to attach this to your creature and swing at them because they don't have anything to block with. And then you're going to get to copy it. And you're going to get to untap your creature. So when they swing at you, you got blockers. And you're going to play your copy onto your other creature that you have sitting there. Like, dude. Like, this is cool as fuck. It, like, infects your other creatures with this ability, right? Like, this is cool. This is a cool card. Okay, a mana rock for white-green. Opal Lake Gatekeepers enters the battlefield. If you control 2 or more gates, draw a card. Okay, so that's a gate deck card. Okay. Levy Decree. Here, let's put these down here. Okay. Target player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Draw 2 cards. Okay, so they mill 2 and you draw 2. Okay, I'm down. That's pretty good. Enchant creature. Whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, its controller loses 2 life. Okay, so you obviously put that on somebody else's creature. Whenever a creature blocks, that creature's controller loses 1 life. Regenerate the Gladiator. Okay. It's kind of a cool looking card. See if I can get the fucking thing to focus. There we go. Warped Physique. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. Whoa. Bro. Target creature gets +X -X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Okay. What is this? Profit and loss. Changing creatures you control, +1/+1. Creatures opposed to. Okay. Well, it's not overcosted, but it's not very good either. Maybe if you're running the right shit. Okay, oh, we got a mythic. Savage Born Hydra. Okay. 1 red, 1 green, and X. It's got fucking double strike. Holy shit. Okay. And it enters with X +1/+1 counters. Okay, and then put a +1/+1 counter on the Hydra. Activate it anytime you can activate it. Cast a sorcery. Holy shit. And it's not once per turn. Holy fuck. Bro, guys, this card. This card is fucking good. Wow. Double strike? Holy fuck. Okay. So, I'm gonna... Buddy, how this works is I attack, you block. Okay, normally we hit each other at the same time and we both deal damage to each other. Okay? And we both die at the same time or don't die or you know, one guy dies and the other one doesn't, right? However the damage it works out, because it's the power versus the toughness, right? So when I got first strike, I hit you first, and then you hit me. Okay? Maybe I kill you when I hit you, and you don't get to hit me back. Okay? First strike is good. When you got double strike, it's I hit you first, and then we both hit at the same time. So I'm dealing damage twice to you. And I'm hitting you first. Double strike is pretty powerful. Yeah. Because, like, even if I hit you, like, now I'm dealing twice. And it's got this ability. You can pump it up the turn. Like, dude, you can play this for, like, 8. Okay? If you got 10 men on the board, you can play this fucking thing for 8. It's a +8/+8 double strike. Dude, that's huge. And then next turn, you know, I just said you did this for 8. That's 10. You got, like, 10 mana. You fucking dump into this shit. Now it's another +10/+10, and it's an 18/18 double strike. Dude, this thing is fucking gross. You could play this thing on like turn 4, right? Make it a 2/2 double striker. And then next turn, you know, pump it up another +2/+2. And now it's a 4/4 double strike. And just keep growing the thing. There's lots of ways you can play this. It's fucking a wild card, bro. And another gate. And, ooh, a night token. Okay. Alright, now we got some Brothers War before we get on to the Ninja Turtle collector packs, guys. With this pack, we're gonna set this pack down, and we're gonna burn a skunky tree. As soon as we get some more Safrita going, too. Yeah, that Hydra looks pretty cool. I feel like it's not really in focus very well. Let me see if I can adjust that so we can get a better look at these cards. Yeah, I've opened quite a bit of this set. I like it. Like I said, it's got a lot of really badass artifacts in it. And the Transformers cards were the really big chase hits that were in the collector packs. These are really nice looking cards as far as the people on them and everything. And just till the end of turn, lame. Okay. That could be potentially funny. And fairly easy to accomplish. Okay. This is a solid card. +1/+1 counter. Gains reach, so it can block things that are flying. Trample. Hexproof. And indestructible until end of turn. Fucking dope. Put it in every green deck, bro. Create a tapped Power Stone. You know, this actually isn't a bad deal for 3. Okay, because you're getting a mana rock out of it. You got to be doing artifacts, but like if you're doing artifacts, it makes you a mana rock. Okay, or if you need artifacts to sacrifice, it makes you the mana rock artifact that you can then sacrifice for other cards. Yeah, see, typically a Power Stone on its own costs 3. So this is the 3 plus a 2/3 creature. This is the 3 plus 3 damage. So like these are like pretty decent, but again, like you gotta have, it's got to be worth it to make the Power Stone, right? Which are only good for casting artifacts or for sacrificing, for things that require you to sacrifice like a creature or artifact. Tower Worker has reach. Add 1. If it's with the other workers, add 3. Okay, cool, cool. I have at least one of these other workers. Return artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. Sorry. Let me help you guys get a better look here. When Junkyard Genius enters the battlefield, create a Power Stone. Okay. Well, at least this is like the color for like doing a lot of sacrificing artifacts. Sacrifice another creature or artifact until the end of turn. Other creatures you control get +1/+0 and menace. And haste. Oh, fuck, okay. That's pretty dope. So he creates the Power Stone you could sacrifice for this ability. Okay, Disciples of Gix. When Disciples of Gix enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 3 artifact cards and put them in your graveyard and shuffle. Well, okay. Teething Wormlet. It has Death Touch as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under control, gain 1 life. If this is the first time this ability is resolved this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on the Teething Wormlet. And you know what this would be good in? All the new, like, Michelangelo, Donatello fucking, like, artifact decks. Because they all care about counters and creatures growing and artifacts. And like there's a bunch of cards, like I was saying, that fight stuff. So if you get a couple artifacts out, you're gonna have a death touch creature to fight stuff with, and you gain life from it. Like, I guess if you're building a commander deck with like Michelangelo or Donatello or whatever, like you could, this might be a fun card to put in that deck. Sigil of Valor. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each other creature you control. Okay, so if you, this will go into like a samurai deck, because samurai really get off on like attacking alone. And then these are my favorite lands. They have these giant like fucking Cthulhu creatures all walking around in the background of them. Giant weird Cthulhu creatures. They're like mecha kaiju. Yeah, they're like mecha Cthulhu kaiju. It's pretty cool. Okay. Third Path Savant. Oh, tap 7. Poop. Mishra's Onslaught. Create 2 soldier tokens. Artifact tokens. Okay. Or creatures. Okay. Yeah, for 4? No, thanks. Okay. Wasteful Harvest. Mill 5 cards. Put a permanent card from among the cards into your hand. That is a wasteful harvest. Okay. Carrying Locust. Flying. When Carrying Locust enters the battlefield, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. If it was a creature, they lose a life. Lame. Disenchant. Oh, always playable. This is a staple. Flying. Prowess for 3. Okay. Trench Stalker. As long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. Trench Stalker gets... What the fuck? Trash is that? Okay, sacrifice combat courier to draw a card. Unearth. Turn to the battlefield against haste. Exile it to the end step. So it won't hit the graveyard the second time, but you still draw the card off of it. Okay, okay. That's... for a specific kind of thing. Blitz. Automaton. Yeah, no thanks. When Obstinate Baloth enters the battlefield, gain 4 life. If a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard the Obstinate Baloth, put it onto the battlefield instead of putting it in your graveyard. 4/4 for 4 and gain 4 life? Yeah, not impressed. Okay, playable card here. Players can't gain life? Bro. There's so many decks that rely on life, and all their creatures, like, do a thing when you gain life. And you just turn that shit off as long as this thing's on the battlefield. This is a halfway decent card. This is definitely something that should be in your sideboard, right? Return artifact or creature with mana value 3 or less to the battlefield. Okay, that's pretty solid. This is pretty solid. Because like all your token creatures that you're gonna create and shit, they have 0 mana value, so they'll all be getting +1/+0. You'll get to bring back one of your creatures or artifacts that they killed before you get this thing out at 5. Like, let's see. There we go. Pretty decent. Mishra's Foundry. Look at that. That's a winner. That's a winner. And another Sigil of Valor. But it's got these like older cool frames for these like classic kind of border style on these artifacts that come on this bonus sheet. And they're really solid. That one's not all that great, but we didn't get the rare in that slot. And then we got another one of these in foil. And a soldier token. It's a Yotan soldier. Alright. We got 2 more packs of Brothers War here. But here's what I'm thinking. We do it like this. Yeah? Should we open a turtle pack? Let's open a turtle pack. Ninja. Hell yeah. That's my favorite token. Okay, we got Rocksteady, Crash Courser. Yeah, fun to draft. Fun to draft for sure. I'd totally take this in the draft. Pain 101. You know, it might be playable. It's, uh, it's definitely playable in draft. Okay, and TCRI building. Looks dope. Mouser Foundry. It's a thing, you know. If you want to sacrifice artifacts and make some artifact token creatures, like, you know, maybe in draft, right? Token deck, a Mardu deck is where I've seen this in Mardu decks, but there's another creature you could play instead of this. That's like I don't understand why people are, you know. Old Hob, Alley Cat Blues. Oh yeah, a character from Ninja Turtles I've never heard of. All right, dope. A bespoke bow. It's a little expensive. It's 3 to cast and 3 to equip. See, this is what I'm talking about with the shit art. Like, what the fuck is this? Now, this is part of a big, huge scene of like multiple cards that, like, when you put them side by side and in order, it makes one big piece of art. But like, really, I fucking hate it. I hate this art. This is what I saw when I was like, oh man, I don't want that fucking. I don't think I'm gonna buy a bunch of Ninja Turtles. It's gonna look like that shit. But then you got this, right? I mean, fuck, it's a common. Dude, this is great art. Look at that fucking arcade. Fuck yeah, play some Ninja Turtles, bro. This is cool land, right? And then they got this land. They showed off this land, right? And they had these pizza lands. Everybody fucking hates these pizza lands. I swear to God, these pizza lands are lame as fuck. Okay, we got Raphael's Technique. Sneak for 3. Each player may discard their hand and draw 7 new cards. Yeah. I don't like it. Okay. Now, we're after, what are we after here? We're after, obviously, gold stamped Leo, right? But we also want Japanese Ultron in foil, or in fracture foil, or Super Shredder, Japanese Super Shredder in fracture foil, right? I mean, any Super Shredder would be great. But Irma, part-time mutant, She's all right. You could do a thing with her. She's a commander card though, so she can't be played in standard. Okay, prehistoric pet, very playable in a ninja deck. Oh, the metallic mimic. Boo, I got several of these already. And ooh, nice. There we go. There we go. I already have this card, but I wanted it in foil. Look at that. That's fucking dope as fuck. Yeah. These are the silhouette cards. I think the silhouette versions of the Ninja Turtles look the best, dude. We can get his goggle shine on there. There we go. It's fucking dope shit, bro. That's a nice looking card. And it's cool, right? Like, put 3+1/+1 encounters on target artifact you control. If it isn't a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot, so it would be a 3/3 robot creature, in addition to its other types. Whenever an artifact you control is put into a graveyard, if it had counters on it, put those counters on up to one target artifact or creature you control. So you make a bunch of just mutagen tokens and make them into 3/3 creatures and throw them at people, and when they die, because people block them, you put those counters on Donatello. It's pretty dope. Or you can just sacrifice your fucking... Yeah, you just sacrifice the mutagen token, and now Donatello gets a +4/+4, right? Because the mutagen token will give him a +1/+1. You don't even have to swing with it, but you can. That was a good card. That was a good card. I think Donatello's pretty cool. I like that silhouette treatment of cards. I still need the silhouette Leonardo. I have foil silhouette Dark Leo and Shredder. But okay, 3/1 reach. Ward 2, but the same creature, both 3/1s for 2 mana. Target creature gets +2/+1. Lifelink, draw a card. Okay, well, draw a card's nice. Union of the Third Path, draw a card and gain life equal to cards in hand. Okay, so those are like the two same cycle of cards there. Okay, draw 2 and discard, create a Power Stone. Okay. Whirling Strike. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains First Strike and Trample. Well, now that's a card to copy. First Strike, Trample, and +2/+0. Instant speed. There's a lot of red aggro that would love to have this card cast on them when they attack. And to have it, and then be able to copy it and put it on another creature so you can attack with more than one. Fuck yeah, dude. Okay. Energy Refractor enters, draw a card. Oh, okay. Power Stone Engineer. Dies, create a tapped Power Stone. Okay. That's the cheapest one we've seen so far. At 2 mana to get the Power Stone. Right? You just have to wait until this creature dies, and then you get it. Yeah, Power Plant Worker, I got this one. And now we got the Tower Worker. Right? In the last pack. Thran Vigil. Never one or more artifacts and or creature cards leave your graveyard during your turn. Put a +1/+1 encounter on a creature you control. See, here's a leave the graveyard enchantment that would go with that plant zombie from her plant skeleton. Iron Rock Crusher. Yeah, no. Urza, Power Stone Prodigy. He's got Vigilance. He's 3 for 1/3. Tap and 1. Draw a card and discard. Whenever you discard one or more artifacts, create a Power Stone. Once per turn. Okay. I'd have to see what people have done with him before I can give my opinion on it. Like, I feel like there's other things you could do that would be less cumbersome. Okay, here's a rare. Over the top. You're gonna go over the fucking trench wall, bro. You ready? We're going into no man's land. Each player reveals a number of cards from the top of their library, equal to the number of non-land permanents they control. Puts all permanent cards they revealed this way onto the battlefield and puts the rest into their graveyard. Holy fucking crap. Okay. So, chances are you got to be careful, actually, not to kill yourself and draw too many cards of this. Because if you're playing red, you're probably playing like a bunch of fucking goblins and shit. You probably have like 20 creatures on the board. Now you're going to draw 20 fucking cards. There's times where you might not realize you're actually throwing 35 creatures at somebody and you only had 32 cards left in your deck. Okay, Foundry Spectre, solid card. I got 20 of them, but they're like $1. Arms Race. You put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield for 4. It gains haste, then sacrifice it. Okay. No, okay. And a Construct. Alright. Alright, Ninja Turtles number 2. We're going for some Japanese fracture foils. Everybody loves a Super Shredder. And we want gold stamped Leo, of course. Okay, we got Rock Soldiers. Mutant Town in foil. It's a cool ass fucking looking land. I mean, it's the land itself is trash, but it looks nice. We got Howard the Duck. I didn't know this was a Ninja Turtle guy. We got a dinosaur. It's kind of cool, right? Okay, we got Leonardo, Big Brother. In draft, this is actually a decent card. Definitely draft this. He could be really good in certain decks too. Like if you're playing ninjas with Mobilize, okay? You're gonna create a whole bunch of fucking token dudes every turn. If you're doing like a token creation deck and you fucking can sneak Leonardo in, he could hit for a whole bunch that turn. And be, the problem is he's only got 3 health and it's only +0 or +1/+0, right? So He doesn't scale very well, but you can fucking smash somebody in the face with him in the right deck, right? You got everything pizza. Sorry, I didn't mean to like cover up the art with my thumb like that. Okay. I know that's what it, but I'm like reading the card. Like, you guys are here for the art. Okay, this card is really good. I like this card. For a 1-drop, if you got ninjas, it equips for free, right? So if you're playing ninjas in your deck, you should be playing this card. Okay, if you're playing white and you're playing with ninjas, you should play this card in your deck. Like that's all there is to it. Gains you life. It untaps your guy. It gives him +1/+1. It's fucking goddamn near free. And if the guy does die and you gotta re-equip it, it's cheap to re-equip, okay? Only 2 colorless. That is a fucking solid card. Let me put this up here. Okay, we got some kind of bad guy, insect warrior, Lord Dreg, insect invader. Yeah, they really pulled up the dregs for this one, right? Like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he an insect warrior? Why can't he be a fucking foot ninja? For fuck's sake. Flying. He could be legendary. Foot ninjas. Okay, we got the Path of Ancestry land. Yeah, that's a cool looking land, right? Yeah, we got a terrible ass pizza land. I was hoping for the silhouette lands and the surge foil treatment. You can get them in this slot instead. Or one of the surge foil pizza lands I don't have yet. Okay, we got Dawn and Wrath, Hard Science. Menace. When Dawn and Wrath attack, the next non-creature spell you cast this turn has affinity for artifacts, so it costs 1 less for each artifact that you have in play. You know, that's pretty solid. You could, before you cast this guy, you could easily have an artifact down on the board, right? So that when he attacks, you can cast your combat spells in red for 1 less, right? And maybe you made 2 artifacts. You cast them for 2 less. Till you're casting great big huge red spells for next to nothing because you got a bunch of artifacts down. Okay, so we got Rocksteady, Mutant Marauder. I don't know why he's a fucking pirate. The fuck, dude? Why is he a fucking pirate? Why? Why? This is a really good card in draft. If you draft this card, fucking play it. Okay, we got another land here, the Undergrowth Stadium. It's in fracture foil. Or hollow foil, I mean, sorry. This will, you know, this is a more expensive version of this, but it's only allowed in Commander. You know, this is a good card. This is a really good card. And this is like going to be the most expensive treatment of this card. Okay. Oh, man. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say, like, I saw a bunch of bad art. Like, this isn't the fucking artist for Ninja Turtles comics. This is just some shit they fucking, some magic artists drew up. Why the fuck are they riding around on dinosaurs and shit? This doesn't even have anything to do with dinosaurs. What you drew one Ninja Turtle up on here, and now it's a fucking Ninja Turtle card? What the fuck? Oh, you got another one down here? Look, these people didn't want to draw fucking Ninja Turtles, okay? This, like, I don't care if you think this looks like old comic book art. I don't give a fuck. This looks dumb as shit. I don't care how good this card is. I want to find the original version. I'd rather play the original version than this. And it's in foil. And then, oh, yay. Yay, we got more of this terrible fucking scene card. Mikey and Leo, Chaos and Order. Whenever you put a counter on a creature you control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once a turn. Like, dude. Like, look at these goofy ass motherfuckers. He's got like his fucking buck teeth on there. You see that shit? He's like, dooper dooper doo. I'm Leonardo. Oh, fuck. Splinter's like, got my the stinky pinkies. Yeah, come back here. I'll finger you again, Mikey. Aha! Dude. Like, what the fuck is this shit, dude? Okay. I need a cigarette after that ass fucking, because that was a terrible pack. That was a $45 pack worth about $3. Yeah, right. I mean, I'm not really doing it for gambling, but like, you know, still it's disappointing. It's not the dopamine hit that you want to have, you know, like, oh fuck yeah, woo, I win, right? It's not quite the same as gambling. I do have something to show for, you know, my money, right? It's not a lot. Not always. But, you know, I get really good cards that are worth a lot of money. And the way that happens is you open packs. You gotta open packs to do that. That or you gotta save up a lot of money and buy them as singles, and they are expensive. I think the base version of Super Shredder is $40 at the moment, which you can only get in these. It's like 900 or something like that. Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, they're not all winners, but like, man, you hope like out of you know the $45 pack that like even if you don't hit a big banger that maybe you'll get like a $20 card, right? But like this, okay, creature spells you control can't be countered. That's pretty strong, right? Non-token creatures you control have riot. I don't know about riot. How much people give a shit about that. This one looks like ass. You know, like maybe if you have the whole scene, then they'll carry some value. But outside of that, I don't think this will be the most valuable version of this card. I think the base regular fucking version of this card is going to be worth more, to be honest. This one might be $20, maybe 30. It's a good card, but it's only allowed in Commander. Only Commander players will play this, and they only play it by one, right? So it's not that super desired, right? This guy, he's only in Commander. Like maybe you could make him work. He's 3 for 3 with trample. Like he's not terrible. He's not terrible at all, right? And he just gets bigger or grows somebody else. But this fucking art, I I tell you what, man, I would rather go pay somebody on Etsy to make me a $3 fucking custom proxy. I'd pay $5 custom proxy to get my own fucking same card, different art. This one, like, yeah, it's you know gonna be worth $1. If you want to play it, that's a nice looking version of it, but like, it's not. It's not a fucking banger, right? It's not something that everybody wants and everybody wants four of to put in all their fucking decks, and everybody wants one to put in a deck, right? Like Super Shredder. Super Shredder, everybody wants at least one, right? It's a fucking great card. But we're gonna open this one next, and then we'll save our last pack magic, because it's something people like to think is a thing, is last pack magic for this one. I picked 2 packs out of this box, and the retailer that sold them to me picked 1 pack out of this box for me. So maybe that last pack was his pack that he picked for me. I'm not sure. They've all been mixed up since I got them. Maybe that was the one I picked. I don't know. Maybe it was the one that they picked. If this one's a banger, this is definitely one I picked. Oh, there's a little bit of imprinting on this one from the pack above it. Like on the packaging itself. It's not showing up on the camera. I can see like the texture from the pack that was sitting on top of it in the box. It's like pressed into this. Yeah, you can kind of see it. This line. But it's all like textured all the way over. Yeah, I can't get that on the camera. You can see the line. Well, burn them skunky trees, gents, because we only got 2 packs left to go. I'll be starting up Arena in about 20 minutes or so that'll line out about perfect. I think we've been doing about 10 minutes a pack or so, right? So we're looking at all the art and reading a bunch of the cards. Firm on this timeline. We're gonna still take our time. But, it'll be time to start up the arena dailies. We can maybe, if you saw a card that I pulled today, maybe we could play with that card on arena. You saw something that you want to shout out. Yeah, right? Like, well, I've hit last pack magic several times, so we'll see. get a drink here, and then we'll rip this next Brothers War pack. You want something clean? Safrita ain't your girl. She wants you to feel that sticky kind of love. She's a slug, but she'll get to you somehow. So in a turn, yeah. Second card per turn. Yeah. Chicken Hunter. 3-1 with reach. Ward 2. Same card, but for green. Okay, this is the same card. Okay, so this is like the same pack as before. Yep. The same cycle of card. Okay. Yep. This is like the same exact pack we opened earlier. Okay, here we go. Here's something different. Swift Gear Drake. Enters the battlefield up to one target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Okay. So if you got ways to like shuffle your deck, right, you could potentially move this card from the bottom higher up into your deck, where you could draw it again. Not this card, but the card that you put from your graveyard back into your deck, right? It's got flying and haste. It's fucking 5 though. You want to find a way to like reduce that, or like you'd have to be like heavily reliant on artifacts in your deck, and be playing an artifact deck to make this like a decent creature. Because it's a little too expensive. Like if this was 4 mana, like it'd be way more playable. If it was 3 mana, it'd be fucking really good. In like artifact decks, right? Okay. Weakstone Subjugation. Crazy fucking Omnath Spirit back there. Evolving Wilds. There's an art you'd probably like, buddy. Like, the forests are burning down. They're turning into fucking deserts. It's evolving. Exile all graveyards. Players can't cast non-creature spells this turn. Players can't cast non-creature spells this turn. Okay, this is cool. Yeah, dude. Burn these skunky trees. Look how many fucking trees are on fire down there, man. It's like the whole fucking planet is on fire. Burn them skunky trees, bro. We're doing it. We're doing it right now. Good call, buddy. Good call. Salute. Oh, wee. Wee, sniff. Okay. Back to the business. This card. This card is funny as fuck. You could sideboard this card. Because there's a whole lot of decks that want to put stuff in the graveyard and then bring stuff back from the graveyard. So if you could just like wait till they put some shit in the graveyard that you know that they're going to want to bring back from the graveyard and then play this. Oh, dude. fucking wreck their day. But yeah, this would be like sideboard. Like you'd have to ask, is anybody at the table playing like Reanimator? Okay, Thran Power Suit. This is a solid card in the right kind of like enchantment equipment deck, right? Like mostly enchantment. But +1/+1 for each enchantment and Ward 2. Pretty decent. And you get like the cool, Stargate Anubis head on the fucking power armor suit, right? Figured you'd like this one, buddy. It's pretty cool. Yeah, what is this? Take Flight. Okay. +1/+0, flying, and just attacks. It doesn't even have to do combat damage, just attacks. Oh, but it's fucking 4. It's 4. I mean, it's kind of expensive, to be honest. It's pretty powerful, though. I wish it was 3 to cast this. Okay, what do we get? An elf. All right. Gwenna Eyes of Gaia. I think I have this one. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Yep. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells or activate abilities of creature or creature cards. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And untap it. Yeah, I already have this one. It's not great, to be honest. Like, it's okay. If you're trying to cast really big creatures, like, things 5 or greater, it can help, right? Because ideally, like, reasonably, you're playing this on turn 3. On turn 4, you can tap it. So you play your 4th mana, you're tapping the thing, you're playing a creature for 6 mana, right? And you'll put 1 +1/+1 counter on it to make it a 3/4. That's not that great, but you'll tap it again the turn after that to cast another big ass creature, and tap it again to cast another big ass creature, and it'll get to like a 6/7 or something. Like, it's not that great. You cast that many big ass creatures and you haven't killed them yet that you're worried about this thing being a 6/7? Like, fuck this thing, dude. Foundry Inspector with the fancier art. No foil though. We already got this one. The not fancy art and border, but again, like, this one might be $1.25, where the other one's $1. I got like 20 of them because I've opened a bunch of Brothers War. Okay, guys, we're gonna do the last Ninja Turtles collector pack. Damn kids in their lingo. 67? No. What's a 67 know about? That was just a minute ago. Oh, yeah. So what I'm talking about is the power and the toughness, right? So a 6/7, right? Because that creature had a greater toughness than power to begin with. That's what I was talking about when I said a 6/7. I'm talking about the power and toughness on creatures. go. Let's do this last pack magic. Some fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, if we get that gold stamped Leonardo, I'm selling it, boys. It's going for like $50,000, and we'll go have a party somewhere. Okay, we got the Frog Butler. Solid card in draft. I recommend drafting this card. Make your move. Some Leonardo and some Foot Ninjas. Purple Dragon Punks. Reminds me of these this D&D class called the Purple Dragon Knights. And everybody teased about how gay the Purple Dragon Knights were, like, ooh, Purple Dragon Knights. Ooh, Purple Dragon Punks. Like, every time I see that card, it's like, what the fuck? Retro Mutation. Like, I don't even understand what's going on in this card. Oh, I see. There's the turtle's head. It's on all fours. Okay, and it's like turning its head towards you. Okay, I see it now. Just looks so fuck-ass weird. Like, another one of these dumbass fucking scene cards. You know, at least it's in the fancy treatment. And I think I might even have the whole fucking set now. Lessons from Life. I don't know. Some of them are commons, some of them are uncommons, and some of them are rares in the scene cards. I think I got them all. I just don't know if I have them all in foil. Ah, Cry. This is a pretty decent card. You know, it's nice to have in foil, right? It's, if you're playing ninjas and you're playing these colors, like, it's solid. It'll bring back, like, any ninja that of yours that dies. Oh, somebody killed your Super Shredder, bring it back. Like, that's cool. Right. There you go, buddy. Go Ninja, go. Right. You got Michelangelo on there, I think. You might guess. I don't know. Who do you think it is? Probably Michelangelo. Oh, maybe that's a Psy. Maybe that's Raphael. Throwing this ninja across the room. Okay, we got a Thriving Grove. Like, this is cool ass art. It's just some fucking rhinoceros at the zoo, right? It's a Thriving Grove. Rocksteady and Bebop. Some mutagen. Okay, we got a Pizza Swamp. It's a non-surge foil. All right, I haven't gotten this card yet. This is a cool ass dragon, and it looks nice in the foil, right? I like what this fucking like swooshy thing is here in the background. That's pretty dope. And it's kind of like in front of him here. That's cool, right? And when this creature enters, if you cast it, you may put a card you own from outside the game into your hand. This goes in the Is It Dragon deck. Okay, and like, obviously, but like, there's a bunch of big ass cards that you want to have in that deck, but it's hard to tell like if it's gonna do you any good that game because it depends on like what else is in your hand and what your board state is. So now you can just put these cards in your sideboard and pick and choose which one's going to be the best for that game of these like big ass cards that you're going to cast a turn after this one, right? And it's going to be something that's 5 to 6 mana, right? So you're gonna sideboard to pick up with this, like Rite of the Dragon Caller or something, or Rite of Replication, or there's some nice big ass cards that you'd want to go fetch with this thing, I think. Okay, Exploding Barrel, hot garbage, guys. Chromatic Lantern, it's hot garbage, guys. It's hot garbage, guys. Let's see here. What's the next card? Plague of Vermin. I already have one. Not that great. Okay. But look at that. Like, okay. Is this like original turtle art? Like comic book style? It looks like, really? That's it. They're all wearing red, so like obviously it's supposed to be old, right? But come the fuck on, dude. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a pretty solid hit. That's not a super big one. It's not a fracture foil. Okay. The fracture foil one would be hundreds of dollars. This one's maybe 70 or 80. Maybe 100. Casey Jones Vigilante. Let's see. 2 red and 1 for 4/3. When Casey Jones enters, draw 3 cards at the beginning of your next upkeep. Discard 3 cards at random. Yeah, this guy. This is a card that in the base normal version is going to be like $1. Okay, maybe $2. So this is going to end up being like in like 2 months from now. This will probably be I want to say like $60, $80. But we'll see. It's gonna be at a peak right now. Let me look it up. It's a foil, right? Yeah, it's a foil. Okay. So the fracture foil one is like 280 right now. The basic version is $1.50, and this version is going for. Well, you can get one on eBay for 31, and somebody else is selling it on eBay for 140. So, and then it looks like there's one for 40 on eBay. So there's another one for 26.82. That one probably has like $15 shipping. Like, you gotta watch out for that shit. These motherfuckers out here. All right, well that's our big hit. Ooh, shit. It was precariously balanced on top of some paints in there. But We're good. We're good. We got it. Oh. I spoke too soon. All right, didn't drop anything important, and they're a-okay. All right, well, that's our big hit today. I should have stuck with my original plan. But, like, you know, I'm looking at some of these cards, man, they're really expensive. And I've gotten some bigger cards. I've gotten some bigger cards than this. But, they're not ones that I want. Like, I got two different Raphaels, right? Like, I got a Japanese showcase. Like, that's what this kind of art is and frame is called. This is the Japanese showcase. Casey Jones, right? I got a Japanese showcase. Right? It's not a surge foil or fracture foil, I mean. But it is a foil. So it is my medium grade one, right? But I want the Ultron. The Ultron one looks so fucking badass, right? Ultron and Krang. Oh, dude, it's so good. And I don't think when the dust settles that, like, either one of them will be more expensive than the other. I think the Ultron is more expensive, but that's just at the moment. It's just the Ultron is totally one I would play. Where, like, you know, I don't play a lot of red. I don't like burn. I think tokens are more interesting in white than they are. Like, I'd rather have like 100 than goblin tokens. Even though they're both 1/1 tokens, right? Like, I just don't play a lot of red. When I do, it's usually like with something else. Like, I'm playing black and red, or I'm playing like red and green, or blue, right? Or red, white, and blue. I try to play black and red. I like some black and red cards, but man, I don't know why. I can't seem to fucking ever get it to work right. Like, it'll pop off every once in a while and do what I build the deck to do, but it's not consistent enough, right? Like, I don't understand what my problem is. It shouldn't be all that fucking complicated, to be honest. As far as like what creatures to put in there, I know You know, I've seen everybody else. I've played against them 1,000 times. I think I know what the right creatures are. Fuck, there's only like 4 of them that people play. It's a cool looking card though. I'll give it that. And it's not gonna be so expensive that I'll give a shit about like sleeving it up and shuffling it in my deck. But if I decide to play it, this card. If you have a bunch of mana on the board, like you gotta have a bunch of mana, bro. Because ideally you're gonna play him. You got no other cards left in your hand. You draw 3 cards, and then you play them before your next turn. That's the best case scenario, right? If you're drawing these cards and then discarding 3 cards, because you didn't have any mana to cast them after you cast Casey Jones, like there's no point in it, because you don't get to pick what 3 it is. It's not like you can ditch 3 bad cards in your hand that aren't doing you any good and keep the 3 better cards. No, it's at random. Your opponent's gonna blind pick them. So ideally, you want to have no cards left in your hand for them to discard. And how much mana do you need available to cast 3 cards? Well, one might be a land. So if you haven't played your land yet, you can play your land. And then, like, at least 3 mana. Like, maybe you got a 1 cast spell and then a 2 cast spell. Like, you can build your decks at low mana cost, right? And maybe, like, you can... So you'd have to have 6 mana on the board, right? You'd actually have to have 5 when you play it, and then play your 5th land or your 6th land, you know, from what you draw. I mean, it's not hard by the time you get to 5 mana in red that Casey Jones is now the last card in your hand. You could totally burn through your fucking... If you're playing a land per turn, by the time you get to turn fucking 5, well, you'd want to wait till turn 6. Okay, so it'd be turn 6. You haven't played your land yet. You're going to play Casey Jones. It's very likely you have no cards in your hand but Casey Jones. Or maybe you got one more card in your hand that's kind of, man, like just a fucking goblin or some bullshit, right? Yeah, it's not a very good card, right? That's my problem with it. But it looks... It's in foil. It's not the basis version of it, but you know, like there's people already selling it on eBay $25. Like, fuck these guys, dude. You got to spend 45 to get the pack. The thing should never be lower than 45. It only comes in that pack. It should be 45, right? Like that's my opinion on it. No, nobody should be selling it for less than that. You hurt everybody and yourself You're just lowballing everybody, hurting the whole fucking market, doing it. I don't know, maybe you could get this treatment like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 10,000 or something out of a play pack. I have my doubts, but maybe they're in there. I haven't heard. I believe they're only in the fucking collector packs. I know the fracture foils are only in the collector packs. And the fracture foils, the black border is around this card is just like, you know, the crazy looking foiling. That's all around the black border edge. It replaces the black border edge with like a bright metallic foil edge. The rest of the card looks pretty much the same. They do like a little bit more like foiling in the hair and stuff, but like, you know, it looks pretty much the same. Other than the border. But I'm done with the pack openings, gents. I'm about done with my smoke here. I'm gonna get Safrita tuned up on tubes in preparation for streaming some arena. Up so you don't have to wait on that. But I'm gonna start up arena and do the dailies for the day. If you saw a card that I pulled out of one of the Ninja Turtle packs that you want to see me try to build a deck around or something, you want to see play on arena, shout it out. Let me know. We're gonna be doing the thing over on arena here in a minute. I'm gonna restart my stream, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure you're subbed so you get notifications, and it's easy to find. I'm sure most of you guys already are. You know, I appreciate you guys smashing those buttons and doing the thing, you know. Appreciate you coming by. If this is your last stop, if you're not going to follow me over, that's fine. I appreciate you all the same, you know. Not everybody's into arena or magic, you know. I do paint Warhammer models. Working on a Titan. There's its arm, its cannon arm. We're doing the thing, you know. And we do some video games and shit around here. So that's gonna be where I call it for this stream today. Thanks again, guys. It's been a good 2 hours. Been fun opening some packs and hanging out with you. Like I said, if you want to keep the party rolling, come join me over on Arena in about 3 or 4 minutes.